Hi everyone, this is Lauren from the Vance Birthplace. We are starting our first Facebook Live, and I've never done this before, so bear with me if this is crazy. So since we are suspending operations at the site, this is one of our virtual ways of keeping up with our visitors and giving you all an opportunity to connect with the site from your own home. So today I'm going to be doing a history mystery activity, which is something we do with our field trips, school kids, mostly elementary age, but this is fun for everyone. We get a lot of adults who love it as well. So we do this program typically with a bunch of maybe third graders hanging out with us. Today we're going to do that virtually. So before we get started, I just want to give you an overview of what we're going to be talking about. This is a way for kids and adults to exercise their creative thinking skills and figure out what a historic artifact is, which is what we as public historians do when we discover something we've never seen before. Luckily for you guys, I know exactly what we're going to be talking about, but we can see if you can figure it out with me. So we use our senses to try to figure out what objects are. All 5 of our senses are useful except touch, so maybe just 4 out of the 5. I'm sorry, except taste. Touch is important. Don't taste your artifacts at home. So we are going to be looking at an object. Since you guys aren't here with me, you can use your phone as your senses or your computer, whatever you're using. And we will check out what we have. Let me flip the camera. There we go. Alrighty. Oh. Sorry, it just told me I'm not allowed to flip my phone over while recording. So here we go. Here's our artifact for today. Just gonna pan over it so you can see. It blends in a little bit with my table. So I am using gloves to interact with this artifact, which is what we do at the historic site. So you can see that this one, I'm not allowed to flip my phone, so let me see if you can see this, is kind of more than half the length of my table. So it's pretty big. Let's go, there we go, this way. And you can see this right here, if I get closer. So this is metal, right here. The rest of it is a wooden frame, and you can kind of see the wear and tear here from years of use. So all of the artifacts we're going to be looking at, just this one today, but over the next few weeks, are objects that would have been used by people at the Vance birthplace, by likely enslaved people, although some of them would have been used by the Vances as well. This one in particular would have been used by Leah, and this is going to give you a big hint as to what it is, because Leah was the enslaved cook at the Vance birthplace. So if you think about, this probably looks like something you have in your kitchen right now. So if you think about that, why there might be a blade here. So if you can get a good look, this one is at a different angle from this one. So we're gonna use this in a slicing motion. So this is actually a mandolin, which we still use today to slice our veggies, but this one's a bit bigger than the one you probably have in your kitchen drawer. And if you're thinking about what kind of vegetable you could use this for, what is this size? You can kind of see it's about the size of my hand. So if you've gotten there, it's used for cabbage. So what do we make with cabbage? Well, this is the South, so a lot of you might start thinking coleslaw, and that's one option. But the big one is actually sauerkraut. So sauerkraut is fermented, and that means that it has been preserved using salt. It's a lot like pickling, to turn the sugars in the cabbage into lactic acid, which keeps it from going bad in the winter months. Hold on, I'm gonna flip this back so you're not just keep staring at the mandolin. Fermentation was really important in Appalachia because there are longer winters here in Western North Carolina. So you've got to preserve your vegetables through the winter so that you have enough vitamin C and fiber and all the good things we get from vegetables. So sauerkraut is one of those foods that people would preserve for the winter. So this was likely the responsibility of Leah one more time, I'm going to flip. This is fun. To use the mandolin to slice cabbage and turn it into sauerkraut. And while it's a fairly simple process, you just need cabbage, salt, consistent temperature, and a sealed container. By the mid-1800s, that'll be a mason jar. But when Leah is cooking it in the Reems Creek Valley, there are no mason jars yet, to keep your sauerkraut. That is our first history mystery. So tune in next Thursday at 2:00 and we'll do another one of these. You can also do these from home. So if you have any objects around your house that maybe your children or even members of your family have never seen or used before, give it a whirl and do your own history mystery. And if you do one and you film it, tag us in it so that we can see how you guys are social distancing and still learning from home. So again, I am Lauren from the Vance Birthplace, and this has been a #Learning with Lauren session. And we are so glad you could join us today. Thanks.